What's happening, y'all? This is Injun Joe. Today's January 5th, 2018. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new year. Now, me, myself, I've had a whole bunch of footage on the back burner, and I ain't done much of shit, and I need to get off my fat ass and actually produce something. Today, what we're going to cover is the Hero Quest game. This, not just the board game, you may be familiar with it, it was released by Milton Bradley, but the DOS PC game that was built by Gremlin Graphics. It was released in the UK in 1991. Let's take a look at it. Hero Quest had a limited PC release in the UK. There was also a prototype game that was done for the NES, but it was never released. This is running on DOSBox with Dfend as a front end. That's what I used to record the footage. And I can guarantee you that this had to be the longest fucking intro to record that I've ever seen in my life. You couldn't fast forward to this thing. I literally had to press the space bar to continue, and it literally took almost 5 minutes just to get through this bit of footage. So it's very, very boring. But we'll go ahead and watch it. Like I said, just bear with me. This is the beginning of the game. You select your heroes, you name them. Pretty straightforward. Yes, I actually painted my miniatures. They look pretty good, don't they? Okay, the game pretty much begins like it would in the board game. You select your heroes, and the object is you have to follow the map around until you reach the stairs. The idea was that Zargon, the evil wizard, is the one that places the traps and the monsters. You'll notice there that when I shot this footage that, yes, I made a mention to Robbie Jenkins. Robbie's been going through a tough time. We wish you well. Get well soon, Big Blue. I want to know we didn't forget about you. But anyways, you can select spells in this. There's not much for the spell combat. Basically, you just hit a button and boom, the monster's gone. See, watch this. You select it, select the spell, select the monster on the map, and then boom, says the enemy's dead. That's it. That's all there is to it. But the game starts out, basically, you roll for having many spaces that you can move, just like in the board game. And then you have the option of either search for treasure. If you're lucky, it'll tell you that you found something. If not, you just have to switch another character. You switch to this character, like I said, he moves a couple of turns, and then he can perform an action. You can attack a monster, you can search for treasure, you can search for a hidden door, if you can find one. I've got some footage of that. But combat's pretty straightforward. It works kind of like the dice rolls. Once again, you just go ahead, you select it on the map, like so. Pretty simple. And then boom, that's it. Not much to it. And then we come to the game's soundtrack. Now, you might recognize this because it's Golden Brown by the Stranglers. That's the intro to it. They might know that from the song from Snatch, where Brad Pitt knocks out the guy at the beginning of the movie during the Pikey fight. You'll notice when you turn the sound off, it's not much better. All you get is and then boom. In 1994, when I was about 12 years old, I got the HeroQuest board game for Christmas. Now, like most people, you had to have a lot of people to be able to play that game. So, as you can guess, I probably never got around to doing it. If you've ever seen the James and Mike Board James episode of HeroQuest, you know what I'm talking about. But as you can see right here, there's the DM screen with Zargon behind it. It's got all your tables. This was basically just an entry level for people that didn't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons yet. I hadn't really known much about Dungeons & Dragons when I first came across HeroQuest. I'd been reading Dragonlance books, but HeroQuest I just hadn't quite. I got the game for Christmas. There's the cards. It had some really good artwork. There's all the monster cards. There's the magic cards, just like you see in the DOS game. You've got the board sitting on top of there. The artwork in this was actually pretty good. It wasn't too bad at all. Pretty sweet. And then you have your hero cards, as you can see right there. And then you've got your manuals, your quest manuals. The only thing that I really got around to doing of any note was painting the miniatures. There's the first quest, just like in the game. And then, of course, you have your miniatures. I actually painted these. Yeah, you'll notice that orc right there, he's got an eye patch. Just like me. And that was years before I ever started going blind in that eye. But as you can see, I painted the wizard. I painted all the heroes. That zombie over there, he's nice and gored up. There's the elf. There's the mage. And all the little props and stuff, you'll notice there's a throne. There's a couple of cabinets. There's a torture rack right there. All those little odds and ends. So, yeah, I first got into model painting basically with the HeroQuest set. And that's why a lot of people got into painting miniatures. I really enjoyed that. That was kind of fun. I would still do that today if I was able to. But, yeah, I painted up my miniatures at least. And there's always room to learn it. I won't say never because, there's people that bought the game 20 years ago and are just now learning how to go back and play it. So it's always something to consider. Now, finding the copy of the game itself, good luck. I do believe that they've actually got it re-released. Now, I could be wrong, but if you're going to go on eBay to try to find that, expect to pay no less than $100 at least. Most of the time, the copies going on eBay or Craigslist or any place else, that's going to cost you a pretty penny just to find a copy. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. This is probably the last time I'm going to put something like this out on YouTube for a while due to the fact that YouTube has had some changes. They pissed me off because they wouldn't let me make my own thumbnails. But anyway, we'll roll with it. Anyways guys, thank you guys for watching. You have a good day.